Sergei Pavlovich versus Tai Tuivasa. This is where really the main heartbreak started for me, man. Because I'm a Tai Tuivasa fan. You know,
Yeah, it was a very sad minute and a half. Very,
it
very sad.
was, man. And on the picks, man, I picked a Wonder Boy Thompson to win. Okay, by the way, your boy last night went 12-14. Just so you
Yeah,
know,
that's why you
was my
pick with
pick.
your head and not your heart, because I was wrong the whole time.
Oh man, but I picked Wonder Boy Thompson, even though Kevin Holland's a Fort Worth boy. He's repping, the local city over here. And on this one here, I still picked Tai Tuivasa, even though Pavlovich has been on a tear. He's 17-1. I want to say that the only loss that he has is to Uberim, also known as Overeem. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, with Tai Tuivasa, I thought if Pavlovich is willing to exchange, Tai Tuivasa is very dangerous when he's hurt, right? And we saw this again last night when Sergei Pavlovich landed a couple of big shots, had Tai Tuivasa hurt, and there was a time where he just lands a big right hook while he's sitting off the cage, and I was like, okay, there we go. When he fought Greg Hardy, it was the exact same thing. He was hurt when he was leaning back, puts up a big hook, wild hook, catches Hardy, Hardy's out. Now Pavlovich, we're talking leaps and bounds above Hardy. But still, I thought, if Tai lands, he has a shot to put Pavlovich out, man. What do you think of this fight?
Yeah, it's one of those things where any heavyweight or any heavyweight shape like either one of these two guys, if they connect, it kind of just goes out. But you can't bet on that the whole time if you're fighting somebody who also does the same thing.
So tough, man. And you see the difference in boxing and just how crisp the boxing was for Pavlovich. And I think there's a picture, right, where you see Tai Tuivasa coming in with a wide right, and Pavlovich is like, okay, if you're coming in wide, man, I'll get to you first with this straight left, and so he's slipping and hitting him with the straight left, and like Ty's arm is still like out here, like probably still like a foot away from even reaching Pavlovich, and I was like, man, that's pretty much the entire fight, man. Pavlovich was
Also,
just so much
another
faster
thing
to the
that
target.
oh, go for it. Sorry.
No, that was it. I was just saying Pavlovich is just so much faster to the target.
It's also another bad thing that Ty does whenever he's hurt. He looks at the floor and just swings. So even if like he was going to connect, like
Oh,
right
there it
there,
is.
he's looking right at the floor, and Pavlovich is looking right at the target. Like if
Yep.
you were gonna make connect or make a contact, somebody looking right at the target going straight, it's like half the time it's got to go.
Yeah, man. And I mean, Ty got beat up on this one. When he was sitting
Quick.
down against the cage, and the ref stops it, and the camera zooms in on Ty, and you just see his nose was busted up. He was bleeding from his cheek. It was just not a good look, man. And Ty has such a big fan base now, huge fan
Why did
base.
you do that to us, Rich?
But in classic Thai fashion, man, big old smile on his face at the end, congratulating his opponent. His Instagram, he goes out, says, "Hey, I'm sorry to let everybody down. Thank you so much, my fans." Hey, classic Thai fashion. Might not be doing any shoeies last night, might have not, but he'll get him on the next one,
No.
man.
Yeah, it was also very interesting in the post fight. I didn't know Pavlovich had trained with DC, so it was pretty cool to know that both opponents sort of trained with the same people. Ty, when COVID had started, was over here and literally had to leave the country before he got shut in. He was training with DC, and Pavlovich used to train with DC back in the day. So it's sort of like DC's little cadets.
DC's like minions, disciples.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Now,
That's the word.
this should move Sergei Pavlovich to fourth in the rankings, which puts it at Sergei Pavlovich, Curtis Blades, Stipe Miocic, Cyril Gahn, and Francis Ngannou.
I
John
call that
Jones.
the roadblock.
Yeah, exactly. John Jones is going to fall somewhere in that mix, right? We don't know. They were talking Miocic versus John Jones for a while. That's fallen off. Miocic had a loss in the family recently, so I think his head somewhere else. So the conversation is now back on Ngannou versus John Jones. So we'll see what happens there. But from that, Tom Aspinall. If you ask me, I'd put Tom Aspinall in front of Tai Tuivasa as well.
Yeah, for sure. But the problem is you don't know how long that knee injury is going to take him out. I mean, Nico Price, who we're going to talk about eventually, like had to be out for a year and a half because of his knee. So we'll see.
And so for me, I put Tom Aspinall, like you said, I don't know how long he's going to be out, but I still put him in front of Tai Tuivasa as far as like his skill sets, and I think his potential within the division. From there, I feel like Tai Tuivasa and everybody else kind of are like in the same category, right? You have Tai Tuivasa, Derek Lewis, Alexander Volkov, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, Marcin Tybura, Chris Daukaus, Sergei Spivak, Alexander Romanov, Blagoy Ivanov. So it's like all of those people in that same category where, all those people can kind of play and they can all end up within the top 15 different spots. But from Tom Aspinall on for me, like that, like you said, that's a roadblock. Like that's the elite of the elite right there.
And beyond the roadblock part, it's like the UFC cannot schedule heavyweight fights right now, especially in the top, 8? Like nobody wants to fight each other. Nobody wants to give up their ranking, which is sort of understandable. The top 5 are just impossible to book.
Yep. Yeah, there's something always going on. When does that change? Like as a UFC, when do you put your foot down and say, hey, like if you're inactive X amount of time, you're off the rankings?
Well, they're trying to do that. They're trying to force John and Ngannou's hand right now with the whole, we're booking this fight. We're going to do all this promo for it. We're going to sort of faux announce it. And then if you don't do it, we're just going to throw, not Derek Lewis, Curtis Blaydes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to do a lot more of that.
Hey, everybody. Romero and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. Don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.